Next, we are going to use a module called as fingerprint module. Now, to work with this module, we need additional component, like this is a module or fingerprint module, and this is an additional component that we will be using. This component is known as USB to TTL converter. Like there are some wires in this fingerprint module. Those wires can be connected to this TTL connector, and with the help of USB it can be connected to the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, so our connection will be like in this manner. As you can see the table, fingerprint module will have four wires or four connections on the module. First wire is designated as VCC. The color of the wire will be red. So the red wire will be VCC, and the second wire will be treated as ground. It is black in color. Third is your transmitter. It is designated with yellow color, and the fourth one is your receiver, and it is the color of the wire is white. Now, to connect these four wires with the TTL connector, we have to use this configuration. Like as you can see, on the top of or on the bottom of this circuit or this component, we have some pin numbers or pin names. These pin names are named as 5 volt, then your TX, then your RX, and the last pin is ground. Now this VCC will be connected to this, means the red wire of the controller, or sorry, of the fingerprint module will be connected to the 5 volt connection of this converter. Then the black wire of this component or your fingerprint module will be connected to the ground wire. So the black wire or the ground wire will be connected to the ground, which is the last connection. And the RX, sorry, your TX will be connected to the RX, like the transmitter of your controller should be connected to the receiver of the module. So TX is designated with the help of yellow color wire. So this TX will be connected to the RX. So you should be connected to RX of the converter, and the last one RX of the fingerprint module should be connected to the TX. So this wire will be connected to TX. Sorry, this TX. So you can use this table to connect the component. I will connect the same. So let me show you the connection. This is a con controller, or sorry, converter, USB to TTL. Uh, the first wire, the red wire of the module, fingerprint module, should be connected to the 5 volt power supply. So I'm connecting it to 5 volt. Then the black wire should be connected. Black wire of the fingerprint module should be connected to ground of the converter. Then yellow wire is TX. It should be connected to RX. So yellow wire should be connected to RX. So I'm connecting. This is the second last pin, and the last one, white wire, is your RX. That should be connected to the TX. RX should be connected to TX. Now my sequence of the wire on the controller is as follows. From the top we have left the 3.3 voltage as it is blank, and after that we have connected red wire, then white wire, then yellow, then black wire. Now this USB we have to connect to our Raspberry USB port at this place. So I'm connecting it. This is the module. Now to begin with the practical, we have to perform or download some of the packages from the internet to work with this module. So these are the configuration, or these are some of the commands that we have to run to install our module. Now to work with this fingerprint module, we are going to use a package called as Pi Fingerprint that we can download from the Git repository. So again, we have to install some dependencies. So I'm going to install the Git and some additional components into the system. So I'm copying this command and I'm going to run this command on the terminal. I will open the terminal and I'm pasting one of the line. So depending on the type of connection, you may be asked for download some packages. Now this setup is already installed in my or downloaded in my system, so it is not showing much of the data. So it has already downloaded. The next line, we have to copy a file, paste. It shows fatal error or some error. It says that Pi fingerprint already exists and it is not empty. So I am going to delete this file. Assuming there is no file in the system, I am going to run the command again. So it is cloning the setup from the Git repository to my local system. Next command, I have to go inside this folder. Once the file is downloaded, I have to type this command. It is basically going into that folder, that the same folder which we have downloaded. Now we are going to create the package or build a system. It is like compiling your setup file. The setup file we have downloaded, the setup file is under this directory. Now we have to compile this. For compilation, we can run this command. Command is dpkg -build package -uc-ux. Then it may show some kind of warning or error. Don't consider those errors. It can be avoided or it can be ignored. So I've done the command and I've built the package. Now let's go inside this files directory. Then inside that, one more directory will be there called as Pi fingerprint. Now the setup is created. Like in the previous step, we have built the package. Like this is the command that we have used to build the package. Now when we have built the package, it has created this respective subdirectory files, and inside that subdirectory, Pi fingerprint has been created. Now we need to install that package which is created with the help of that command. So I'm going to install the Pi fingerprint module with the help of sudo apt-get -install, and I will hit enter. So the package has been installed. Depending on the setup required, it may take some time. Now in my case, the setup may be already was installed, so it has not taken much of the time. And next command, we are allowing our application or allowing the current user to read the data from TTY terminal. Like your converter is connected. Your converter is connected to this USB to TTYL converter. Now we have to create a user or assign a permission to the current Pi user that this user can perform some operation on the device or TTY user. So this is basically for permission purpose. We will run this command. Done. Now once this thing is done, we have to write the program. To write the program, we have to open the editor. Again, I'm going to type sudo nano and file name say finger.py. So let me copy paste some program. This is a program sample. Yes. Now the first line of the program says it is printing a message called start. Then inside the loop it is going to display 4 options. The options are enroll, search, delete and exit. Like we can register our fingerprint or like impression of your fingerprint on the module. Then while saving this information we can select enroll option. Say I have some information saved in my fingerprint and I want to search. Then I want to check whether that fingerprint existing is there in my system or not. Then I can use search function. Then say there are some data or there are some existing fingerprints saved in the system that I want to delete. Then I may select third option. Now each option is calling a function, like enroll is calling enroll finger, search is calling search finger, and delete is calling a delete finger function. So we'll see one by one function. The first line is import or import time for the delay function. Then second line we are trying to import the package. One correction to be done, like it depend on the directory structure. I am under py finger src file, and inside that one more directory is there, py fingerprint. So I'm under py fingerprint, so I have to edit this thing. So I'm keeping only py fingerprint. If you are under file directory or if you are in file directory, then you can write pyfinger.pyfinger. Otherwise it is okay, like this is okay. If you are in pyfinger directory, you have to write pyfingerprint. From that we are importing a module called as pyfinger. Then to work with your Raspberry, we have imported GBR pins. Then after successful import, we are displaying that all the packages has been installed, or sorry, imported into the system. Then the next line is we are depreciating the warnings, and the mode we are setting as BCM mode. Now the next time we are creating an object of py fingerprint. This is the address of the device, address of my USB port. So this may vary depending on the situation. I will try to explain what can be put on instead of this line. Then this next parameter is your bitrate, and the next two parameter are initialization parameter for the 5-finger module. Now it will try to initialize or read the data or read the device information. If that device is properly connected and everything or every setup is every bit of setup is properly configured, then it will not show any kind of error. If any configuration is missing or device is not available, then it will display a message, error message. So let's start with function. First function is enroll function. Now enrolling a function, when we are executing this or selecting this option, it will display a basic information, enroll the finger. Then it will wait for 3 seconds, and after that it is going to open the enable the fingerprint module to read the fingerprint on the system. So this is a line. It is like an infinite loop till the time the light is like it is in read mode and you have not put your finger on the device. So it is going to keep on waiting for the fingerprint till the time you put any finger on the module. So it is like more or less it is like waiting for your fingerprint. Once you put your finger, it is going to read the data, and after reading the data, it is going to convert into an image like this. This is one of the sample that we have collected. This is the first sample that we have collected. Now this f object contains the image information. The currently which we have the currently read fingerprint information is there in the f object. Now we will try to search whether this fingerprint is already there in the system or not. Means there may be previously the same fingerprint may be saved in the database of the module. So it is to avoid the duplication, it is searching the template, say there are no match found, and so if no match is found, then it is going to like it is going to find the, or it is going to display if like say for example if match is found, or same fingerprint is already there in the system, then it may display fingerprint module is already there or fingerprint information is already there. If not, like this is the first time, for example if you are trying to save the information, then it will ask to place the finger again. So if for a new fingerprint we have to tap our finger for 2 times. First it is reading one time, then checking in the system whether the same finger exists into the module, and after getting the information like this fingerprint information is not there in the system, then it is going to read the fingerprint information again. So we have two samples, sample number 1 and sample number 2. Like where is that line? This 0x01 is sample number 1, the first time which we have collected, and this 0x02 is the second sample that we have stored. Now we may compare this sample 1 and sample 2. At the first time you place your thumb on the top, like during enroll you have placed your thumb for the first time, and while putting when the system is asking for the same finger and you you put some other finger, so the two fingerprint will not be matched, so we have to keep the same fingerprint. So it is just comparing whether both the fingerprint are same or not. If both the fingerprint are same, we assume that both the time we are keeping the same finger, so it is going to save the information or store the information, and it will display a message fingerprint enrolled or finger enrolled successfully, and it will also display the position number where your index finger is stored. Basically it displays a number in the starting from 0, say for example 5 fingerprint are already stored, then it is going to take the next number, so your fingerprint will be stored in the index number 5, or say if I'm counting from 0, then it will show 5 as my index for the 6 finger. Then search function it is again the same function. It will display a message, waiting for the message, which will wait for 2 seconds. The module it will give some time for the module to initialize. Then it is going to read the fingerprint, like it is going to wait unless you tap your finger on the module. Then it will capture the information, and the capture information will be stored in this function, or will be converted into an image, and we will try to search the template in the module. Like if the template is there, then it is going to display the corresponding index number where your fingerprint information is stored. Say if your index is stored on position number 4, then it is going to display position 4. Say that the finger which we have tapped, that finger information is not there in the database of the module, then it will display no match found. Likewise, same, if error message is there, then it may display error. Then the third function is this delete function. Now, like enrolling and unrolling or like deleting the information of the finger, we can do with the help of delete function. So deleting a finger will need some additional work to do, like we have to check whether the current finger information is there in the database or not. Like we cannot delete a finger which is not there in the database. So first we will read the data from the module, then we will convert it to image and we will check whether the image is there in the database or not, or module database or not. If image information is there, then it will get the index number of the image, or say module index number. Then if say module information is not there or finger information is not there, it is going to display no match found. If information is there, then simply it is going to delete the template with the help of this delete function. I have taught delete template, and the position number, say it is the same position number which we have retrieved from this line. So for say for example your index number or finger information is on line number 4 or position number 4, then it will pass the same parameter and it is going to delete. And after deleting, it is displaying a successful message, a finger deleted. And if any error occurs, it is going to display error message. So this is a program for fingerprint. Let us save this program. Again, in the last or in the few sessions, we have already seen how to save this program. So to write changes into the file, I will press Ctrl O and I will press enter. Then I will press Ctrl X. Then to run the program, I have to type sudo name Python and name of the file. Name of the file is finger.py and enter. So I will enter enroll option or select enroll option, click 1, and it is like, let me show the view also. Yes, I will run the file again, the program again. So this is the first line. I am selecting option 1 and enter. Now it will wait for 3 seconds and it is going to initialize your module. Now your module, as you can see the blue light on the module, it is waiting for your fingerprint. So let me put one of the finger on my module. So then it is waiting for the same finger do not match. Now this may be the case with you also, like you are trying to save your information or finger information onto the module, but the same finger is unable to read. So just a tip or an advice I would like to give, like while enrolling, when it is asking for the finger and remove the finger, like this is a, like it is saying place the finger, then remove your finger and waiting for the same finger. Don't remove your finger from the module, like even though it is saying that, but don't remove the finger. Then it will increase the possibility that your finger will be registered. So I'm going to perform the same, like I will place my finger, and when it is saying remove finger, I will keep my finger as it is without moving it, and it is going to read the same fingerprint from the, like from the module, and it is going to save hopefully. So I'm selecting option number 1 The system will wait for 3 seconds, then it is going to initialize. Then I am putting my finger on the module. So I am not removed my finger. Yes, the finger has been enrolled successfully. So initially it was not working, or it was showing the fingerprint doesn't match. Now it has successfully registered my finger. Let me enroll one of the finger again. Enroll option. I will enroll. Now second finger. Let's retry. Yes. Now it shows position number 3. The information previously the information was saved on position number 2 and position number 3. Let us check and try to search the information and how it look like. So I am selecting option number 2. We say search. So it is going to again ask for the like or it will say for it will ask for your finger to be placed on the module, and it is going to read. I have not placed my finger, so let me redo this search. Then quickly I will place my finger. So like when we run the program search, it is flashing for a second, and again like it is flashing and the light goes off. So if you put your finger just before the flashing light, then only it is going to read your data. Like I search and say I have put my finger. Then after flashing I am putting my finger. There is no point in getting this information, or it will show no information found or data is not available. So to properly search, you can place your finger on the module before the flash only, then it will definitely get the information. So we will see the last option, delete option. So I want to delete one of the information, so I will select one, sorry, I will select 3 and place the finger deleted. Then let us check whether the same finger is getting recognized into the module. No match found. It means that the same finger has been deleted. Now enroll one. Yes. As you can see, the previously my image, the finger which I have deleted was on position number 3, and the new position for the new fingerprint is again 3. So the fingerprint number or the indices of the module are reused. So say for example, if I have 5 positions already stored, and you have deleted 1 and 2, it is going to assign position number 6, and first 2 position will be vacant. Now there may be possibility that like this is the end of the practical, but we will move ahead little further to see some of the configuration information. Now there is possibility like there are some information in the stored in the module that I want to delete, but since I don't have fingerprint information of the previously stored data, so what you can do, you can write another program like yes, a sample program I will show. So this program can be used to delete fingerprint from the system. Like if the fingerprint is not available with you, then previously some student has performed the practical and you are unable to store new information, so you can delete the previous information. So we are importing the time module for the delay. So delay we are not using, to this line can be skipped. The second line, we are importing the package, we are importing GPIO pins, then enabling the mode, then we are reading the module information, and we are just passing the parameter. Now assuming that your fingerprint 1 2 3 4 5 are there, and you want to delete all, then you may repeat this line 4 to 5 times by putting the correct index number into the module or into the function. We may replace this one with 2 3 4 5 and so on. So let me run this program. So I will press exit and I will create new program, sudo nano test delete .py. So I want to delete a fingerprint information without having fingerprint information. So I will put 2 and I will run, save the program and exit, and I will run this program. Sudo python test. Your fingerprint information will be deleted. You may use a for loop to delete multiple fingerprints. There are 20 fingerprints, then you may uh, include a for loop into this. For I in range and say number of fingerprints, say 20 fingerprints are there in the system and I want to delete all of them. So this is a suggestion. Yes, control 4x and done. Run the file, then it is going to delete all the 20 uh, fingerprint from the system. Now there may be possibility, like this is a program we are trying to run. Yes, this is a program. It is showing properly inserted or properly uh, enroll. Now I will make some changes and make this program to show some kind of error. Like I am exiting. Now I will run the program. Now it is showing an error. Like this may be the case. You are trying to read the module, but the module is saying that no device is available on that particular node or particular port. So what can be done? So instead of this TTY USB 0, the number may be 1 or 2 or 3. So you can check or you can display the currently used port number and you can use the same. Like I want to check what is the current port number. Instead of this TTY USB, what number I have to write or what port number I have to write. To check that thing, we have to run a command. Command name is DMESG pipe operator grep TTY and hit enter. Now the last line, as you can see, it is showing some line converter now attached to TTY USB 1. So in the program I have to change the line from USB 0 or nano, wherever I have written USB 0, I have to change this line from USB 0 to USB 1. Save the changes and run the program again. It will not show that error. So we may rectify or we can use this kind of troubleshooting method to find out the port number, exact port number that is currently in use. Make sure while running the program your USB port is connected into the Raspberry Pi. So that's all for this practical.